Congratulations to all buyers who recently got Jayden. 88% or 323 units were sold on first day of launch, making it one of the best sellers for the year. But, is Jayden really a gem? Pun intended. Listen all the way to the end and I'm sure you will have a brand new perspective. Disclaimer, what I'm about to share does not constitute financial advice. Buyers who have already bought it, doesn't matter because by the time this video is out, you will have already exercised your purchase. As usual, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel even if you are happy or pissed off after seeing this video today. Also, if you are confused with any of your purchase, feel free to reach out to me via WhatsApp and we can see how the QPE framework can help you. Now, let's whip out the QPE to answer this question if Jayden is a value trap or a true gem.
Nice.
First circle, quality, land size, facade and facilities. Jayden, or the former J-Cube, sits on 83,000 square feet of land size and towers at 40 stories high. Easily one of the tallest buildings in this part of the West, the building looks like something out of the prime districts. Very modern looking, facilities are also nicely designed. And don't you think the whole pool concept looks like you are having fun in one of the water parks like Wild Wild West? For me, although the land size is fairly small, it being a mixed development with 2 levels of retail component more than makes up for it. Point number 2, layout. Hands down, one of the best spread of layouts I have seen across all launches this year. Spacious room, well thought out plans, extremely sizable rooms. Something you knew you can count on CapitaLand to deliver. There are about only a few developers who really dare to give you proper space. The 4-bedroom is worth a mention. This is about the most efficient design one can find. Comes with a private lift, landscape living dining, proper sized kitchen with even an island, close to 10 square meter rooms for all bedrooms, and look how big the master is. This sort of size usually only made available for CCR properties. So 100% no complaints, amazing. Point number 3, location, MRT amenities. Okay, I don't think I need to waste my breath on talking about this. This is the mother of all convenience. Flanked by so many MRT lines, shopping malls, left, right, center, blah, blah, blah. What's there more to say?
On our show called Explain That Gram, where we do a deep dive on our guest Instagram.
Point number 4, views. On the lower floor, you should be able to get a nice, decent pool view. And on the higher floor, pretty unblocked view of the west side since you are literally one of the tallest buildings in this part of Singapore. So for the quality circle, Jayden nails it. 100%. It is really hard not to like it. Now let's jump to second circle, exit strategy. Point number 1, supply demand. One of only 2 developments in the 1 km radius of Jurong East interchange, with J Gateway being the other obvious competition. So there's really no competition to worry here. Another low supply, high demand area. Why? Because majority of lands are owned by REITs and JTC. So you don't really have much residential land there to begin with. Point number 2, transformation. For the benefit of the consumers out there who prefers a shorter video, I feel like just talking about the Jurong transformation would require a 10 to 15 minutes video. So just take it that big transformation is planned for the neighborhood. Second CBD. Point number 3, schools. No presence of reputable schools will not be a problem for an area not known for schools. You know that, right? So that doesn't concern me one bit. Point number 4, target audiences. HDB upgraders, Westies, people who love the convenience that the location brings. Again, Jayden checks all the boxes here for exit strategy. Amazing.
Wow.
Which brings me to the final and most important circle here, price. Now let's compare apple to apple, shall we? J Gateway versus Jayden. From a per square foot perspective, J Gateway averagely transacts between 1,900 to 2,000 per square foot. Jayden went as low as 2,200 to 2,300 per square foot for some stacks and averages at around 2,450 per square foot. Now this means that Jayden is only calling at a mere 10-20% premium over surrounding resale properties. That's a very, very fair price, right? And if I were to compare with the recent launch of Lake Gardens, which went at around 2,100 to 2,200 per square foot, the price is almost similar. Looks like Jayden is really turning out to be a gem, isn't it? In conclusion, the answer is yes if your research ends here, because everything looks like a no-brainer up until this point. But what I'm going to share might change your perspective. Remember, I told you how generous the developers are in terms of building spacious house, which is one of the selling points. That is unfortunately one of the flaws of Jayden. Jayden per square foot looks very, very good, but have you looked at it from an absolute number, an entry point of view? Let me give you two examples if you don't understand. The entry level 2-bedroom at Jayden is very spacious at 710 square feet. If I multiply 2450 by 710 square feet for a mid-floor unit, it brings the overall number to be around $1.74 million. Now, $1.74 million for a 2-bed, 1-bath in OCR. That suddenly becomes too expensive for my liking. Why? Because almost all other OCR 2-bed, 1-bath transacts at under $1.4 million, even if it's near MRT. And not to forget, some paid as high as $1.8 million for the higher floors. Means that you need to sell at $3,000 per square foot and about $2.1 million to make some money. Think about it. J Gateway, on the other hand, are selling its 2-bed, 2-bath at around $1.3 million, although the layouts are a little bit erratic. And $1.8 million, 2-bed, 1-bath at Jayden versus $1.3 million, 2-bed, 2-bath at J Gateway. You see what I'm trying to bring up? Second example, the almost perfect 1485 square feet 4-bedroom layout. It starts from $3.37 million for a lower floor and can go as high as $3.92 million for the top floor. If I take the average, it is about $3.6 million. $3.6 million quantum for OCR 4-bedroom is no joking business, no. If you think buying now is already expensive, can you imagine selling in the future at close to $3,000 per square foot to even see a decent profits at around $4.3 million? Well, it could happen, but remember, what we are trying to find in the market that is now at an all-time high, it's what's the safest, and the entry level scares me quite some bit. $3.6 million lead can get you a lot of good 4-bedrooms, let alone $3.9 million or even $4.3. Anyway, looking at the price range for the 4-bedrooms, if you really have to buy and you are planning to buy for own use and don't mind having an unblocked view, the low floors are quite still. With that, Jayden kind of epitomizes what I've been trying to preach out there. There's a price for everything you buy. It is really a damn good property from a quality and exit strategy point of view. And to a certain extent, the per square foot price. I'm a fan. But the extremely high entry level doesn't bode well for me. So it's a no-go for 3 of my clients who trust me with their lives on their investments. Sure, if you're buying for own use, there's no right, no wrong. But if it's coming from a money-making perspective, buyers out there, what do you think? It might sound simple to point out, but trust me, a lot would have missed this very, very crucial point. So in reality, I would like to congratulate almost 20% of the low floor buyers out there who bought it on day one. The rest, I hope I'm wrong, you're right, but only time will tell. Remember, buying is easy. The real challenge is when you sell.